Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Cage Side with Christopher James. I am Christopher James, and you wish you could be me because I'm pretty fucking cool, man. I just tell you guys right now, man. But seriously, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you all tuning in. Please make sure you share this broadcast all around the world because people need to see this shit. So, we got all kinds of stuff. I got two guys standing by. They're going to join us in just a moment. We're going to get their takes on UFC 249 and all kinds of good stuff. I want to remind everybody that UFC 249 is taking place here in Jacksonville, Florida on the 9th of May. And then we've got a fight on the 13th of May and then again on the 16th of May. So it's not fight week, it's fights week. Something I've never seen before from the UFC. 3 events in 1 week. Hey, what's up to my man David Van Auken from Pipe and Ass tuning in. Good to see you, man. We got the party getting ready for you. So we're going to bring our guest right now. And here we go. First, joining us right now, he was on top 27 of featherweight. Now signed with the PFL and will be marching toward $1 million in 2021. Boys and girls, please welcome for the very first time the man himself, the one and only Tyler Diamond. And in the other corner, another top 27 veteran. He actually won the top 27 lightweight championship. So I want you to welcome him back to the show for the second time on the show. Please welcome the one and only Mike, the Lone Wolf, Trizano. What's up, gentlemen? Good to see you, man. Welcome to Cage Side with Christopher James on a Thursday night party. I brought Tyler in first. So Tyler, man, how are you, brother?
Man, great. Never been better. Thank you.
Hey, and thanks for coming on to do the show tonight. I definitely appreciate it. And Mr. Trizano, the Lone Wolf, man, been a year since we chatted. A little longer, actually, but after you won TUF. So how are you today, man?
I'm great, man. Staying healthy. Thank God.
All right, man. So I'm going to I got to take care of a little resharing this from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each of you the same question. And Tyler will go. Tyler, you can answer first, and then Mike, you can follow. But I want to know a day in the life, and I've been asking every fighter since the pandemic started, every guest on the show. Tell me a day in the life of Tyler Diamond before the pandemic struck, and then a day in the life of Tyler Diamond now that we're stuck in this pandemic. And then after you answer, Mike, the same question for you.
Before, I was waking up pretty early and driving down to Sacramento, and I would get my training in down there. And depending on the day of the week, I'd stay the night, whatever. That was before, training twice a day down there. After, now I'm up north, 60 miles where I'm from, and I wake up and I get some type of workout on my own, either run or bike or something. And then typically in the evening, I'll go do an MMA workout with a couple local guys here. That's kind of what I'm down to now at the moment.
And what about you, Mr. Trizano? What was your life like before?
So life before, wake up, train, go teach kickboxing to kids and adults, jiu-jitsu as well, and then train again every day. Nothing new. And then pandemic, I mean, the tri-state area got hit probably the hardest out of any area. So we're like really shut down. So there's not much to really do. But I've just been getting in whatever kind of workout I could possibly find, bike rides, running, little workouts in my my apartment, things like that. And then it's really it. But everything's shut down here.
So that's it. So there's nothing else going on there, just training and living. I mean, how has your life been affected besides in the fight game? I mean, either one of you. I mean, what's life like now? I mean, shopping, taking care of your family. We can't leave the house to do stuff. And even if we can leave the house, can't go to the movies, can't go to the mall to buy some new gear. It's become home life. And it honestly, I think it's overkill and it sucks. But how are you guys dealing with all that stuff?
You go first, bro.
Yeah, for me, not much has changed, to be honest, except I'm not down in Sacramento training. All the crap I like to do is outdoors anyway, so it really hasn't stopped me from doing that. And I now own and run a meal prep company, and I got to make my money, so I still got to go to the stores and buy what I need to do. Obviously, those are open anyway, but man, it hasn't affected me a ton, to be honest.
Well, that's good. I mean, you're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones, because a lot of people, their life has dramatically changed. My life, my regular jobs, ring announcing and DJing in clubs, out the window. So now I deliver groceries for Shipt. And
no, I'm very lucky.
I'm helping people, so that's cool. So, but yeah, what about you, Mike?
Man, I was teaching. Now, obviously, all the gyms are closed, so can't do that. I mean, I've been doing some Zoom classes, but other than that, I mean, even Jersey shut down all state parks and everything like that, so I can't even go to a state park without someone yelling at us to get out, because I was fishing a lot, and then I had a buddy that got kicked out by some cops, telling him to leave. He was the only one in the park too. Makes no sense. They have nothing else better to do. But
that's some bullshit, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been outside. I mean, I'm always doing a lot of outside stuff anyway, but for the most part, there's not much. There's really not much to do.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I'd like to shout out UFC featherweight Josh Emmett just tuned into the show. He was on last night, and I was having some issues with my background, something with the processor and everything, because I have a green screen going on. But right now, it's like it's just it popped in and out tonight. It's better tonight than it was last night. So, Josh, thanks for tuning in. So let's have some fun. I want you guys to tell me. I mean, you guys were in TUF 27, this house together. Cormier and Miocic, they're getting ready to fight for the third time. But tell me if there was ever like a fun experience that you guys shared, something that we didn't see on camera that was just, fun, that would make everybody here just, do one of these. So give us something good.
Man, I mean, our training schedules were kind of like opposite. So there wasn't much like time to like sit around. If we were, everybody was so friggin' exhausted. So, but I mean, I remember talking about hunting with you a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of don't remember.
Dude, when I think of the show, that was the Gunther show, man. I mean,
100%.
A guy as unique as that guy. They could have showed that guy every single episode, and I still don't think you guys would have seen everything about him. I mean, talk about unique.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, do you follow him on social media? I saw him the other day. He woke up. This was like a couple months ago, actually. I saw he like posted on his story. He woke up in his sleeping bag, like in the woods on the outside of like a Walmart.
What the fuck?
He's an interesting character.
I'm not.
He makes a lot of money. So I went to Cleveland earlier this year, and I was talking to some of the guys at his gym because I stopped and did some training there, and they were saying they hadn't seen him in like months, and because he goes away 6 months out of the year alpaca shearing, and he makes a lot of money, they said, doing that, but he lives in his van, so he doesn't have any expenses but gas and food.
Alpaca shearing.
Yeah.
That's
fucking
awesome.
He probably has a fucking burner phone too. To be
probably.
Honest. So his phone's prepaid. He ain't got no bills.
I mean, speaking of like things he did in the house, I honestly think him building that boat out of water bottles was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. And then that thing floating, that was an epic moment.
What did you guys think? What did you guys think of DC trying to play ice hockey?
That was comedy, pure comedy.
And he beat Stipe.
And I honestly was shocked that he won that. It didn't make any sense. Stipe looked like a professional hockey player out there.
He did. He looked like big, mean, like an enforcer. Like he was the guy that would eat up a lot of penalty minutes. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I got it confused. Trizano, you were team DC or
Stipe?
You were Stipe and you were DC. Yeah. So Tyler benefited from you guys got extra cash when DC won, right?
He doubled it too. He matched it for you guys, didn't he?
He said he did.
He said he did.
I've never seen that money.
Oh,
makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, no, I've never seen that money.
And what was that? Like an extra $1,500 per guy?
Yeah, I think it was 1,000.
1,000. So DC said he was going to give you 1,000 to make it 2, and he never followed through.
He never followed through.
I guess that makes me feel a little better.
I hate to call the man out. I love him. We text here and there and make sure each other's doing well. But yeah, I ain't seen a penny of that $1,000.
You got to keep it real, man. You got to be real. You got to be real now. So hey, the good thing is, what you do, man. After you get the PFL, and we're going to talk about that a little later on. But you win that $1 million, cut a check to DC, and go, hey, man, remember that 1,000 you were supposed to give me? Maybe you need mine, and fucking just drop it out of like that.
No kidding.
So we got Gunther the alpaca shearer. We got DC playing hockey. What other than winning for you, Mike, the whole season? What was your favorite experience from that season? With the all undefeated guys going in. What was your favorite experience of all of it? Whether it's something in the house or something with the training, or hanging out with a guy like Tyler Diamond.
Man, I think I just enjoyed just learning from other perspectives and seeing what everyone else had to offer. And I just tried to take as much as I could from everybody. You just like any day in training, like you're going to learn some moves and it's going to be like sticking to you. And then you're going to learn some moves and you're going to throw it in the bag of shit you're never going to use. But, I enjoyed just learning from everyone, man.
Tyler, what about you? Same thing. What was your favorite experience from the house?
I guess getting whatever the hell I wanted whenever I wanted. That was nice, but man, I
that was the one
best outlook on it, to be honest. Just how it went. How could I? Explain. Well, I never was able to relax in that environment. It was so, it was such a high pressure situation, especially for me. I put the pressure kind of on myself, and I kind of just had high expectations. And for me, it was, if I don't win this show, I'm super disappointed, rather than kind of just enjoying the process as it went along. It was just kind of high pressure for me, and I kind of put more on myself than I should have. And it just didn't go how I felt it should have. So, it was fun. There were some fun moments and things like that. But looking back, it's just kind of like I'm glad that I was a part of it. That's for sure. Absolutely. And the thing you said, any other guy I had on my show asking about the best part of the house was what you said: getting any food, anything they wanted, brought to the house, delivered, perfect, the way you wanted it every single time. They said that was epic. They said for that alone, they would live in the house for another 8 weeks.
Oh man, they started putting limits on us, I think, at one point, because we were asking for a lot of stuff.
Like
they're like, you can't get that. I know. I remember I asked for like surf and turf after my first fight.
You earned that shit.
I don't think I got the lobster tail though. I got just the steak. I got like I think it was a prime rib, but they were like
one limit they put on.
What was that?
They cut Bryce Mitchell off on underwear.
Shut up.
I swear to God, he was requesting underwear every single morning. And so after like day 25, they're like, hey man, we can't get you any more underwear. Like, there's no way you're going through all these. And he said, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just stockpiling them.
That's right. Yeah, he was saving it up. Well, that's like the only request he ever had. He had underwear, and then the rest of it was like stuff to make his bow and arrow.
Like he didn't ask for squirrel meat or anything?
Pretty much.
I would have thought he would have asked for some fresh squirrel meat out there, or like you said, the bow and arrow so he can kill his own. That dude is a trip, man. I remember when he sliced his balls open, his fucking nutsack open, that was some crazy shit. You guys had a good cast of characters in that house.
That's for sure.
Who was for you, Mike? Other than yourself, obviously you're your own favorite fighter, I would guess. But who is your favorite guy in the house? Besides their fighting, who is your favorite guy just to like watch either be an idiot or somebody that was just cool to hang out with?
I have to say, me and Jay Cuccinello, we would play ping pong like every day, multiple times a day, and it was just nonstop competition between the two of us.
I feel like I'm hearing ping pong now.
Yeah, I don't know. What is that?
I don't know. It could be outside. Tyler's outside. It could be noise outside. I don't know.
Well, either way.
Inside now.
Oh, he's inside now. Whatever it is, I don't care. I thought it was ping pong, and then when you said that, I was like, oh, we're in the ping pong room with Mike Trizano right now. That's fucking awesome.
Nah, man.
What about you, Tyler? Who's the guy in the house that either just made you laugh all the time, was fun to be around, or was the biggest dick in the world, and watching him, be a dick was even entertaining?
Bryce and Gunther were always super fun to be around, especially for me because I was so serious. So being around guys who didn't take really anything that serious was, kind of eased my mind a little bit. And then I really enjoyed talking to Richie Smolin from Ireland. Obviously we're on the same team, so a lot of van rides and a lot of
sure,
a lot of talk there and stuff. So yeah, I'd say I really enjoyed that cast of characters there.
Yeah. What both of you guys? What were your thoughts on Superman, Brad Katona?
About what?
Just him in general. What's your thoughts on him? I've had him on the show a couple of times. He's a cool cat. So fun to talk to. He's into what he's doing. But I just like, he won the show and now he's out of the UFC. He had a couple fights. He has moments and now he's gone. So I just wanted to know from guys that were there with him, your thoughts on him as a fighter and just as a dude.
I mean, he's probably one of the nicest guys. I mean, he definitely is an engineer because he's definitely got that nerdy aspect. But
he is.
I mean, he's a super nice dude.
Tyler, what do you think about? What did you think of Brad?
Yeah, no, I liked Brad. I figured it was gonna be me and him or me and Bryce in the final for sure. But I almost gave the slight edge to Brad just because he is super intelligent. And, man, I really do think the more intelligent of a guy you are, the better that translates into fighting as far as fight
Absolutely.
IQ and things like that. Probably the biggest thing I learned about being in the house was fight IQ. But, yeah, I think he kind of got an unfair shake in the UFC, to be honest. I think he deserves to still be there. He's certainly talented enough to be, and I think that whole situation's unfortunate, but I also know that he's a very hard worker, and I think that he'll make his way back there.
And I agree with you 100% on that statement. I was really shocked when they let him go. I messaged him as soon as I heard, and I was like, dude, I said, I don't even know what to say to you, man. Sometimes a guy gets cut, and, you understand, you see it coming, so you kind of get it, but that was just kind of out of left field. It's like I didn't feel he deserved to be cut, but what do I know? I'm not the matchmaker or the guy that writes the checks. Now, speaking of not being in the UFC, Tyler, you never actually you had your fight on the finale, and then you took 2 fights outside the UFC. They didn't sign you to a contract right away. And I'm going to tell you honestly, out of all the things on the show that season, to me, you not getting a contract after the show was the most shocking thing for me because you're a grinder, you bust your ass, you work hard, you're a good-looking kid, you're all-American. You really check all the boxes of, and you're 8-1. So you check all the boxes. So I was shocked. So I'm going to guess you were probably just as shocked. What happened at the end of the show there? Did they give you a reason why?
Well, when you're in the finale, or when they give you a shot on that finale, which, I lost fair and square to Jay Cuccinello. I think if we fought multiple times, I would definitely win a majority of the time. But man, he flat out beat me. I didn't fight very good, so I'm already got a loss. But then they give me another chance against Bryce, and it's a 1-fight deal, so the writing's kind of on the wall. You got to win that fight, and I may have taken Bryce a little light, which might sound super stupid to people, but I trained with the guy, and I was just ultra confident, and I didn't fight quite the best, and it was a super close fight. I felt like I won, but they gave it to him. And so then, boom, just like that, I'm 0-2 in the last 2 fights. So not getting re-signed, I wouldn't say was the biggest surprise. To me, it just kind of was. It was what it was. It was like, man, I can either be super depressed about it, or I can, bust out a couple fights against 2 tough guys and try and get back. So that's what I did.
You know what? Do you have headphones or earbuds, Tyler?
Oh, dang. I forgot about that.
I think that's I think it was that ping pong noise. I think that's what that is.
I'll go find some.
All right, cool. We'll hang out and wait for you. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because whenever I talk, that's when I hear the ping pong.
For sure. I'll go find some, Dom. All
right, cool. We ain't going anywhere. So while he's gone, what was your thoughts on a guy like Tyler not getting a contract? I mean, he said he had 2 in a row, but one of those losses is an exhibition. Doesn't count on your pro record. So, like I said, I was really shocked. And I know it's a 1-fight deal, but there's been plenty of other seasons where a guy didn't win, didn't win the show and didn't win in his, finale fight and still got a contract. So this was shocking to me. I mean, what were your thoughts on that, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, you can never really know what's gonna happen. Honestly, that doesn't mean he's not a great fighter. It just puts him on a different path. And look, he's now PFL, and he has a chance to make more money than majority of the people in the UFC right now. So,
including you.
Yeah, man, everyone. I mean, in one season.
One season.
So he went down a different path, and it's still a really great opportunity. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's like it sucks. There's been plenty of guys I know that like to, they want the prestige of saying they're in the UFC. But at this point in the game, if there's a company that's going to pay you $1 million, if there's a company that's going to pay you $1 million to fight, in a 6-month period, to me, the prestige of a UFC belt goes out the window because I'd rather cash that $1 million check. Tyler, while you were gone, I asked Mike, about his thoughts on, why you didn't get in, and he's basically echoed what you said. You just never know what's going to happen. But we brought up the fact that now you're in the PFL, and Mike alluded to it, and I was going to ask you guys about it. Mike brought it up because, Tyler's on the path to go to the UFC or to the PFL, win $1 million in a 6-month span, basically, and make more money than most of the dudes in the UFC, including him, who won the show. So, Mike, would you trade that to go and do what he's doing, or is the UFC where you need to be for what you want out of life?
I mean, honestly, everybody's different, man. It's all about what you want with your life. Somebody asked me this. I forget who asked me, but they were like, what do you want to do? You want to be a popular fighter, or do you want to be a prize fighter? So it all depends on where you want to be, and if you want to make a lot of money or you want to be popular. So I mean, I want both. Oh, of course, you always want the best of both worlds. But I mean, hell, if someone gave me an opportunity to fight for $1 million, I wouldn't think twice.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler, and obviously you wanted to get to the UFC, otherwise you wouldn't have went through the whole thing of the house. So it didn't go your way. This opportunity comes up, and now we have the pandemic. So now you have a whole year of inactivity ahead of you as far as fights because you're signed to them. Mike has had the last year off because he's had injuries, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But do you welcome this year off, or are you itching to get back to fight? Because 1, you want to fight, and 2, obviously, the $1 million at the end of the year doesn't fucking hurt.
Yeah, true. So I just bought a lot, and I'm trying to build a house and do all that. And so I was really counting on fighting and making a buttload of money this year. So that's not going to happen. So, man, I'm just adjusting my sales, like there's nothing I can do about it to change it. Like I said, I started a meal prep business back in October of 2019, and it's really taken off and doing super well. So I'm actually looking at
your area. Is it just in your area right now?
Yeah, right now it's just in my area here locally, but I'm trying to expand down in Sacramento where I have a market and possible other places. So I'm thinking about expanding and working on that. So it just is what it is. I wish we were fighting, but I don't know. Maybe made the call a little too early, but it is what it is.
Are you doing the prep? Are like with your food service? Are you doing all the cooking and meal prepping and breaking it all down and packaging and everything?
Yeah. So I'm in charge.
Awesome.
I just do all the meat. My wife cooks everything else, and we have a crew of like 4 workers that come in and help us out. Man, everything's printed out label wise with the macronutrients on there, and people pay ahead of time online to where I don't have to keep track of anything. We print it out, says how many meals we got to do of what, and we got a good system.
That's awesome, man. And will your meals be able to travel across the country so Mike Trizano can get some of your grub?
Hell yeah, man.
I actually am looking at trying to figure out the shipping because that's a whole another thing, right? There's a lot more that goes into that. Right now, I'm trying to get my backyard market figured out and get it dialed in. And once I get that going, and once I get opening up the Sacramento location going, I can then think about the shipping and all that. But you got to go one step at a time, baby steps. And as much as I want to hop into that train, like, hey, let's start shipping meals, doing all that, I got to take it slow because I still am learning a lot about the business, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's cool that you found yourself a little bit of side hustle that could turn into something really phenomenal for you. Now, so you have a year to wait. Mike's been waiting a year because Mike had an injury. So, Mike, tell us about the injuries you were dealing with and your progress now. Are as far as being cleared to fight? Are you ready to go?
So I had been dealing with a knee injury for a while. I fought a few times with it, and after my last fight, it was kind of just. Training leading up to my last fight, I was training at like 50% because I couldn't really do a lot of stuff with jiu-jitsu and wrestling. And the guy I fought was a wrestler. So, I'm a fighter, so I'm not going to back out and not fight. I want to fight. That's it. So I did what I could in training camp. Not saying I didn't train hard. I trained hard, but there was a lot of stuff I couldn't do. So fight happened. And after the fight, I is immediately like, all right, it's time to get this thing fixed. And what happened was my meniscus was like completely detached from where it was supposed to be. So it was pretty much just floating around in my knee, not doing anything. I could barely bend my knee 90 degrees without like excruciating pain. So I got it fixed, but a meniscus tear is a lot less severe than what I had. If it was a tear, I would have fought last year, but because of what I had, it's like a 3-4 month recovery of like not doing anything, just like basic PT exercises before I could even get back into training. So by the end of the year is when I really started to slowly ease my way back in. And then I did have a little setback, getting pain again, but I'm feeling great now. And I want to try and fight in June if that's possible. Yeah.
Have the doctors cleared you and said you're good to go fight?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. It's just the quarantine kind of screwed everything up, the timeline. I was hoping to fight in May, but now that I don't have like a full gym and everything like that and training partners, it's hard. Like, it's a fist fight. Like I could get in there and fight. It's the conditioning and the process leading up to it is what I'm missing. And being out for a year, I'm not going to take a last second fight because it's just not in my favor. I need a full camp. I need to be 100% there because the injury, whether you want to or not, it affects you mentally. And I think it screwed with me my last fight. And it taught me a lesson. I'm never going to take a fight with a severe injury like I had. So.
Yeah. And, maybe the pandemic was the best thing to happen for you because you're chomping at the bit. So maybe the fact that this happened, the pandemic sucks. Let's just be real. But the silver lining is maybe it stopped you from jumping too soon again and, re-injuring yourself. So, you just have more time to heal and get conditioned. Is there somebody you're looking for when you make your return? Is there anybody in that division, or is there some people you have in mind? Don't matter.
It don't matter. Just
Don't
line
matter.
them up. Line them up. Yeah, I just want to get back in there, man. I miss it.
Yeah, both of you guys are that same type of guy. Yeah, you want to make the money, you want to get the fame out of it. I mean, everybody does. That's why you guys fight. But the real thing is, you fight because, like you just said, you miss it when you can't do it. And fighting is a lifestyle. It's not just a thing you do. I mean, some guys, it's your job, but it's a lifestyle. You can't just be half-ass into it. You got to just all in, balls deep. So, Tyler, before this all happened, did you have a first opponent set up for your opening round in the PFL?
I actually didn't yet, but I think I was days away from hearing who it may have been. So can't pick and choose. Whoever they line you up against, that's who you fight. So it is what it is. I was ready and down for whoever.
Yeah, and what do you think of the format? There's been some guys from the UFC that have transitioned over and done this, and $1 million paydays are legit, because the first year they did this, everybody's like, nobody's getting $1 million at the end of this, but everybody's getting that $1 million, and they're paying pretty well. I believe you guys are getting some kind of pay right now on the roster, even though you're not fighting. I mean, I don't know how much it is, but is it something that's respectable for you that helps you take care of stuff? I'm hoping they're not just handing you $100 a week, going, here, kid, here's $100.
Yeah, no, they're paying us well monthly. I'm happy. I didn't expect anything, to be honest. But yeah, I'm super happy to be with them. I love the season format. In fact, that's been my biggest complaint about MMA in general, is just that it's hard to plan your life and big milestones that you want to do, like even when my wife and I were getting married in August 2018, it's like, okay, so I have to fight. I'm fighting in May, but we're getting married in August. Like, I hope the UFC doesn't call me, because I really can't fucking do it. Like, I'm busy with this wedding, and it's just hard to plan shit. It really is.
100%.
And I know that's just kind of the sacrifice you make, but with the PFL, it's so amazing to know, okay, like, well, before I'm going to fight in May, I'm going to fight in July, I'm going to fight in October, I'm going to fight in December. Like, that's
it's like a set schedule. That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah. You know exactly when you're going to fight. And it makes planning big things a lot easier, so I really enjoy that.
Yeah, because you can plan your whole life, all right. So they start in May. So you have from January till May to do your fight camp, get ready for May. But if there's stuff you want to do, take a trip, take a vacation, boom. And then if you've got, May you fight, October you fight, so you got July, August, you can do some stuff. I do agree with that. I think that's an awesome way to do it. You get paid, man. When you got the call that you were going to be fighting there, how excited were you? I mean, when you're like, all right, fuck it, man, I didn't get the UFC, but now I'm going to go get that money.
Yeah, the UFC was kind of like dangling an apple in front of my face, kind of like I kept getting called week after week after week, and I said yes every single time except for one time. I had a pretty bad injury that I had sustained literally like 6 days before, and I couldn't walk, and it was going to be in 2 weeks from then, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see. If I'm on crutches now, will I be off crutches in a week? And I'm like I was thinking crazy like that. Like, okay, well, if I can be off crutches, I can do it. And I'm just like, and then I was finally like, dude, I need to fucking get real. Like, I'm already technically 0-1 in the UFC. If I accept this and I fight coming off of crutches and I either get hurt super bad or I lose again, that's just not a good look.
No.
So I'm like, oh, you know what? I've said yes every single damn time. Prior to that, it was like 4 or 5 times. I was like, I'm going to say no this one time. And I did. And then they offered me like 2 more things. I said yes. But each time they just decided to go some other route. Either someone already on the roster took it or the fight got scrapped altogether. But they knew that I was, as long as I'm training and I'm somewhat ready, like what Mike said, it's a fight. Like, I already know how to fight. Like, I'm not going to ever say no to a good opportunity. Unfortunately, I had to one time, but my hands were tied behind my back there. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, that's cool, man. And you know, I like your attitude about it. You know, because there's a lot of guys, you know, that would go through the house, you know, and then they don't win, and then they kind of fall on their face, man. They really let it affect their life, and they stumble, and they never get to achieve a top level promotion after that. You know, they hit the regionals, you know, and that sucks because there's a lot of talented guys that miss because they
Yeah.
get up here. You just said, all right, fuck it. You know, UFC doesn't want me. I'll go take PFL's money, and I'm still going to be on the big stage. You're still going to be fighting on ESPN, and so you're fighting where they are anyway. So, and you're just getting more money from it. You know, even if you go all the way to the final and lose, you'll still end up generating about 300K. That's still more than most of the guys on the roster. You know, so you know, I don't think you lost here. I think you won.
No, I absolutely did. You know, I mean, prior to going on the Ultimate Fighter, literally, I would say 2-3 days before I flew out, one FC offered me a super good contract, better than UFC starting pay. And I actually said no because my goal at that time was like, I want to be in the UFC.
Sure.
I want to compete there. After the Ultimate Fighter thing, I lost the you know, it's kind of like that was a big mental thing I had to get over. You know, I had to really man up there and be like, dude, now's not time to feel sorry for yourself. Now's to grind even harder. I did. Fought 2 super tough opponents, beat the shit out of them. And then, you know, I have a great management company, Jason House with Iridium, and I just stayed on Jason.
Love that dude.
Jason, yeah, he's awesome. And Jason's just like, dude, I know how talented you are. The UFC does. We just need the opportunity. The right opportunity will present itself. And I told Jason, I'm like, dude, it's not about the fame anymore. Like, yes, the UFC is awesome. I think it's a great promotion to fight for. They treat you super good. But at this point in my life, I'm married. I'm trying to build a house. I'm trying to build businesses, etc. It's all about making money for me. And if I have to go to Russia to do it, I don't care. I just want to be able to compete and make lots of money doing it, like I deserve.
Yeah, and now you have that opportunity. Of course, you have to wait a little longer, but you know, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that'll allow you to, you know, continue to grow both as a fighter, but more importantly as a man, you know, living life. So that's awesome. Mike, for you, you know, a year away, you know, obviously again, you know, the pandemic came in and probably quelled your own plan of fighting. So how do you go about preparing now? Is it now that they're going to start putting on fights? You know, we're going to have multiple times where we have fights week, where there's going to be multiple events going on in a week. So now do you start getting yourself fully prepared, going into a camp with no idea of who you're fighting, but being ready to jump on a 2-week notice because there's going to be a lot of you guys who are going to get that call. And, you know, you're going to have to say yes at this point if you're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's tough because I'm coming off injury. I'm not like some of these other guys that are just ready to rock. You know, I want to do what's right for myself. You know, the UFC could call, but you know, at the end of the day, any promotion that they don't really care too much about your health. They just want you to fight and make money for them too. So
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that if I do take a fight, it's in my best interest as well. But I'm in great shape right now. Like, I'm ready to go. So it doesn't matter to me. Nothing. I'm just a very easygoing person. Like we just agreed. It's a fist fight. I can get in there and go tomorrow. You know, but again, I want to have a full camp. I haven't fought in over a year, so I think I deserve to have a full camp before my next fight. And then after that, if I want to take a 2-week notice fight, okay, great. If the fight ends quick and I'm healthy, boom, let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, you know, a lot of guys I've been talking to over the last few weeks are going into that. I'm going to go into a 80%, 70% fight camp where I'm going to start getting my cardio up, making sure I can do the conditioning because once they start doing events, they're going to start firing off a lot of events. So we're going to have 3 this first week. Then there's going to be another one. So in about a 12-day span, they're going to do 4 events. And then they're going to do the same thing in June, they said. Same thing in July. For International Fight Week, there's supposed to be 4 events going on in like an 8-day span or something like that. Crazy. So there's going to be a lot of you guys are going to get short calls. So I'm glad that you're mentally you're going, all right, I got to get ready. And the physical will come. But I know you want to have that full camp. You need to get some contact. You need to have some drills where you can feel what it's like to, take some shots at your knee.
I need to spar. That's what I need to do. So, but I mean, look, June, July, I'm ready to go. I mean, I'm planning on getting married in July. Hopefully everything opens up and that could actually happen. I mean, my fiance even said fight 2 weeks before the fight or the wedding. I don't even care. Just we got to pay for it. So
yeah. Hey, maybe if you get into a fight camp, you could fly Tyler out. He could take care of your meal prep and be a sparring partner, dude.
But look, if Sacramento opens up first before Jersey, I'll fly out. I need somewhere to train, man.
And you can go hunting with Tyler.
No, you don't have to tell me twice.
So, what, Tyler, you said your life is basically, you're just a regular dude, like you said, like Chad Mendon, you like to go out hunting and fishing and camping and all that stuff. Are you hunting when you're hunting? Are you animals that we eat? Are any of those animals being used in your meal packs? Like, are you killing deer and putting venison in these things? Because that would make your product even more special. Because not only you're cooking and preparing it, but you killed it for them too.
Yeah, that would be special. I think I would need a bunch of special permitting to do something like that. That's technically illegal to like hunt and then sell meat and all that crap. But so I've been turkey hunting a lot lately. I just got my second turkey of the year, and then I've actually been shed hunting a lot, which is weird. People think it's weird, but
I've seen that, man. You've been finding a lot.
What are you hunting?
Oh, dude. I put in the time and I put in the research and the miles. I got all these people that will hit me up and be like, dude, take me shed hunting. And I'm kind of like, man, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I mean, it's been years. I put years into this and it's finally paying off. Like, so if you don't know what shed hunting is, Chris, it's deer antlers. They fall off every year.
Yeah.
So I go look for those things.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, man. I see you posting like one every week.
Yes. Oh, I don't even post them all either because a lot of them, it would kind of give away where I'm at.
Right.
Terrain. So I can't.
And you know why? Yeah, you can't give away your secret locations. Fuck that. You did all the work. So and then what do you do after you acquire?
Dude, I'm just an antler hoarder, bro. I just I freaking throw them up on top of the cabinets, and I go up there and I dust them off every 2 weeks and make sure dust don't get on them and just weird shit like that.
Man, you get enough of those, you can make something out of it.
Yeah.
No, I plan on getting enough to where I can make like a freaking chandelier and a couple lamps and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, man. You can make chairs with those things too.
If I'm gonna do that, I want to make them super legit.
Yeah. Can you like carve into them like like an engraving or something?
I'm pretty good at like wood burning and engraving and shit, but man, if I was gonna, I'd have to use the crappy antler or something because I don't know how confident I would be doing that.
Well, the reason I'm asking, so take a crappy antler and practice, and just use one crappy antler and practice, and then I want you to send me a Tyler Diamond autographed antler that you went and found and that you burned your name in, and I'm going to put it on my wall behind me and have it forever. That would be the most unique piece. That would be the most unique piece of memorabilia I would ever have from a fighter.
Legit. I think I can do that. That's pretty easy.
And you got to send one to Mike too, man, because fucking I don't want to be greedy.
Okay, I find enough. I think I can spare them.
All right. What about you, Mike? Do you hunt and do any of that stuff? You an outdoorsy kind of cat?
Absolutely. It's just my hunting in Jersey is not the same as Cali, so we don't have much going on right now, especially with everything shut down. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna go turkey hunting, but I can't. So it is what it is.
And you know what? I've never been hunting, and I've always wanted to, but most of the people I know are pussies. I'm just gonna say it; they're pussies. Like but they don't want to do it. So I gotta have somebody to go with. So when this all clears up, we're gonna find a place in the middle of the country where we can all meet up, and we'll go hunting together. We'll document the whole thing. We'll make a killer ass video, and you guys can teach the Jewish kid from Brooklyn how to hunt.
Yo, man.
Sounds good.
The one thing you need to know is that you got to have patience, man, because I've been on so many hunting trips, and so many hunting trips turn into just you go deer looking. So that's literally what happens. You just don't see anything.
That's great.
I've gone like all over the country hunting and just nothing. I actually have a trip. I have a hunting trip planned with a bunch of my family for Africa, February. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Cyrus Fees is a ring announcer for EFC down there, and they actually took him out one year. He flew down there with his daughter at their expense, and they went out on safari, which I thought was pretty dope. Now, they weren't hunting, but I could just imagine the scenery. I can imagine you going out there. Are you going to hunt out there, and are you going to be able to? Do you have to get a license to hunt down there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll get a license, everything. We'll be with a bunch of professional hunters and trackers and stuff, and that we're just literally every day going to go out on a Jeep, and they're going to just go. And from what my uncle's told me, because he's been a couple times already, because my uncle goes like all over the world, and they literally, you just go out and like you never know what you're going to see. There's just so much wildlife down there that like one day you'll go to this like river and whole herd of different animals will come. They'll go away. Half hour later, a whole different herd of another animals come. Like you just never know.
That's awesome. What's the greatest thing you've like hunted and killed, Mike?
Myself, probably black bear.
You got a bear?
Yeah, I went black bear hunting in Maine a bunch of times, so that was awesome.
Wow, that's something crazy. Like I see bears up in like the Rocky Mountain or the Great Smoky Mountains. Whenever I go up to Tennessee to visit, there's supposedly brown bears in Florida. We drive to every place in Florida to find those fuckers. We've never seen one. I see deer all the time. I got wild and I live in a
Florida brown bear. I don't know about that.
Well, no, they're here, dude. I mean, Florida black bear actually it is. But
yeah, there's no brown bear that by you.
There's wild boar. Like I live in Tampa. You know, I don't live in the woods. You know, I mean it's highly populated. But like the other day, I went out to go to Walgreens, and about 12 fucking little ones came running out the woods and were hanging out by Walgreens eating shit. We get deer out here all the time, raccoons and possums, you know, those kind of critters. But I can go to the mountain and see in Tennessee and see a bear. I ain't never seen a bear in Florida, but I've always wanted to shoot a bear.
Delicious. They're so good.
I didn't even think about eating it. I just wanted to shoot one and, you know, put the big bear rug on my wall. But
see, I eat everything I shoot. There's nothing I don't eat.
The one thing I always said, if I go hunting, even if it's something that I'm not going to eat, I'll give the meat to somebody that will get use out of it, you know, all that stuff. I wouldn't just kill it, skin it, and, you know, waste the meat, because that's not the proper way to hunt, from my understanding. If you're going to hunt and kill, you have to use the animal for all of its, you know, all of its resources. So Tyler, what's the biggest thing on your trophy wall that you've gotten?
Oh man, just like a couple deer, and I haven't even killed a giant buck yet, to be honest. I've killed a 3x3, which they would call a 6-point in New Jersey.
Yeah, they would.
But, yeah, nothing crazy. I've had a couple almost, you know, where I almost killed, you know, a buck of a lifetime. I came damn close, but when you're hunting with this stick and string right here,
oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Bow hunting's tough. You got to get close.
The silent assassin coming out of nowhere.
That's the best part. So, bow hunting's the best, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I primarily.
Yeah, that's awesome. Bow hunting. I thought you guys were both using guns. I like the fact that you're bow hunting. That's pretty fucking dope. I ain't even gonna lie. So I asked you guys before the show to tell me a fun fact about yourself. Tyler's fun fact was he likes to hunt. Fun fact about Mike Trizano, Mike choke you out if you talk while he's watching a movie.
And that's an understatement.
The other one he told me that I didn't put a banner up, but the other one he told me, he goes, when he plays video games, he loses his shit. Now, are you talking about playing online and argue with, like, you know, third graders that are kicking your ass?
No. I'll be playing with like a bunch of my buddies and stuff, and I just get, especially like playing Madden. Oh my God, I get so heated. I mean, even growing up, man, controllers getting thrown in the woods and kicking the TV off the wall. Oh,
no.
Man. Yeah, I'm bad.
Dude, man.
That's why I fight.
But if you do that, man, then you can't play later.
Yeah, well, the rage just takes over, man.
Care.
I black out.
You black out.
The consequences are not going through my head. It's just rage.
Have you ever played online with like people you don't know, and then it's probably a kid just talking shit to you, and you just fucking light them up with a tirade. Listen here, you little motherfucker! I'll beat your fucking ass. I mean, do you ever have one of those moments, with somebody that you don't know?
Nah. Anytime I play online with like random people, I don't even have a mic on. I just play. But I don't see it like if someone random beats me, it doesn't bother me. It's like the people I know that beat me because I know I can beat them. They beat me. I'm like, the hell with this. I just lose my shit.
Yeah, because the random, you're not going to see them again, or maybe you will. But these people, they're going to be like, hey, Mike, remember when I fucked you up on that game yesterday? And then you got to eat shit, man. Fuck that. What about you, Tyler? Tyler, you do the gaming thing?
Man, I don't remember the last time I played a video game. Honestly, we've been on here for 51 minutes. That's the most downtime I've had in a while.
Wow, man. That's awesome.
Oh gosh, my wife hates it though. Like, I just don't relax, like I'm 29 and I'm still kind of broke. So I'm just motivated as hell to freaking do whatever the hell I can. If it's not making me money, it doesn't make sense. And, I'm just always trying to find some innovative ways to hustle and grow and figure shit out.
Amen.
I wish I had more leisure time to do that.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to get paid to do that. That's a different thing.
Right.
Hell yeah. I have a friend who does.
Yeah, man. Awesome. There's a lot of money in gaming.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't believe it.
These little kids today are making like $3 million a year, fucking sitting under motherfucker.
Crazy.
I would always take a kid, put him outside, teach him how to play ball, teach him how to run, teach him how to jump, teach him how to do that shit. And
that's how we both grew up, I'm sure.
I'm 51, dude. That's how I grew up. We didn't have some of the crazy stuff. I mean, you're 20 years younger than me, so you grew up in a different era, and it's like, video games and everything, a lot of stuff. But you still found the time to go out and become athletes. So there's still hope.
It's just about balance.
There's still hope. But, and you guys both mentioned something about the season of PFL interfering with life. Or, UFC, regular MMA fights, interfering with life and PFL schedule. When I got married, which is almost 4 years ago now, my anniversary is on the 3rd of May, we planned our wedding. The promoter I was working for at the time, I told him, I said, hey, listen, don't plan an event for this week. I'm getting fucking married. Motherfucker planned an event for that week. So my wife, who loves what I do, and she supports me 100%, we went up to Tennessee. We got married, low cabin, low waterfall, really nice. Drove, spent a couple days up there. Her family came up. We went to Dollywood, had a riding coaster and shit. Drove straight from Tennessee to Miami to do a show, right? Killed the show. And then the promoter fucking, not only was he a dick enough to fucking book a show and make me come down, he didn't fucking pay me. His check bounced, and I still haven't gotten that money. So this lifestyle,
I know a guy.
It sucks. Oh, I know a few guys, and and I'm one of them. Listen, and I'm not a badass. I probably couldn't beat the shit out of this guy. He's in shape and everything. But I'll take a bat to his fucking legs and I'll fucking decap him, and then I'll fucking piss on his skull, because that's how I was raised in the city. I mean, fucking. Sometimes you can't fucking win it with your fist. You got to pick up something and knock somebody down. I'm old school, Hopefully, and I've seen him a couple of times, and he's like walked up to me like at an event. He's like, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" I'm like, "Don't fucking talk to me, asshole." And they went to go say, "Hey," my wife said, "Don't talk to my fucking wife either, man. We're not friends. You owe me money. When you pay me money, I'll say hello to you. Until then, shut the fuck up, cocksucker." So I just hate that shit, man. He's a liberal prick anyway. So
sounds like it.
Yeah, fucking prick motherfuckers. Liberals. I'll say this pandemic thing, and I know we talked a little bit. I asked you guys. Both Republicans. We're not that liberal side. We want to work. We want to fucking earn our own. We're not paying for your kids to go to college. We got to pay for our own kids to go to college. But America has experienced in the last 6 weeks a small taste of what socialism could be like, and nobody likes it. And Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, we got a free trial of communism, man.
Yep. Bernie Sanders saw the writing on the wall, and that's why he pulled out of the race, because he knew with the people talking, and they were unhappy. Nobody wants to wait in line for toilet paper or fucking paper towels or meat or get to Walmart, whatever you got to do. And now he sees that it'll never work here. So I don't like Bernie Sanders, but I got to say that's a smart dude because he pulled out at the right time instead of trying to put money into this race that he was going to lose anyway. But yeah, man, I know you guys, we talked a little bit about it. Give me your thoughts on, has America gone too far? We're going to go off the MMA stuff. Has America gone too far? And is it time to, put the fucking wheels back in motion and let's, kickstart our economy? And the question I will ask you, should marijuana now become federally legal across the board because that will infuse the economy faster than any other business on the fucking planet? Either one of you.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm for it, the legalization, 100%. I mean, it doesn't do any harm. There's stuff that's legal that does way more harm than that. So,
booze.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It just doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, I'm for it, and I'm 100% for everything opening it up and getting back to normal because I need to get out and start training.
Tyler?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Alcohol, I think, kills a lot more people. I do think marijuana can kind of degrade a society in a sense, but also I'm not really into telling people what they can and can't fucking do, to be honest.
Right.
Yep.
If you wanna do something, do it. I don't have a right to tell you what to do. I don't like when people tell me what to do. Which is kind of why I'm a Republican. I think everyone should focus on themselves, and if they are the best version of themselves, and society will be pretty good, But yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Bernie and the socialism shit. I actually made a couple tweets about that, and it got put on Reddit from these fucking computer dorks, and they fucking came after me in droves. They came after me. My fucking phone was blowing up. I couldn't fucking believe it. I'm like, oh my God. Maybe I should delete this tweet. And they can't respond to me. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't deleting this fucking tweet.
Fuck that.
So I just dealt with it. And some of them I replied to, but there's literally no.
It's a dead end.
I can have a conducive argument with them.
It's a dead end, man.
Because rather than going straight to insults right away, for me, I actually try to present what my thoughts are.
Right.
And I just made a tweet about, who's going to cash their checks from Mr. Not My President and this and that. And they're like, oh, coming from an anti-socialist guy welcoming a socialist program when it benefits him. And it's like, I never celebrated that I might be getting a check. In fact, I still haven't gotten a check.
I haven't either.
Check. If it comes, cool. If not, no worries. Like I said, this pandemic has affected me. What I'm so pissed off about is it's literally ruined people. It's ruined people. And you know what? If you're at risk and you're scared, stay home. If you're not, go work and provide for your fucking family so you don't get destroyed financially. Because this is fucked. It's fucked our economy up. That was amazing. I will tell you, I've taken advantage of the stock market quite a bit. But I wish that wasn't the case. I wish our country wasn't the shape it was in right now because of all this. But liberals are loving it. They think it hurts Trump's re-election chances, and man,
yeah.
If someone is reasonable, I can have a conversation with them. But as soon as the conversation goes, you're Republican, you're white, you support Trump, fuck you. It's just like, well, we're not talking. You're an idiot.
Yeah, I can't have those conversations with people. And first, that whole speech you just made right there, I give you this. Huge round of applause, dude. That's right on point, and that's the way it should be. Go out there and fend for yourself, man. Make your own way, take care of your family, and don't tell me that I can't take care of my family. I'm 51 years old. I've had 3 heart attacks. I've died 3 times. I've had leukemia. I've had cancer on my liver. I am in that group that's high risk, and you know what? I'm still out working every fucking day because I take the precautions, and I believe that I don't believe in hand sanitizer. You know why? When I was a kid, we didn't have hand sanitizer. You went out and you dealt with the world the way it came. You played in the dirt. You rubbed the shit all over your fucking face, and I never got sick. I don't get the flu now like when everybody else gets the flu. I don't use sanitizer. I'm never going to use it. I think it's all just a farce. So, and I'm just out there now. When I go out in public now, because people are freaking out, I will put on a glove and I will wear a mask when I'm shopping. That's what I'm doing to make money right now. So I don't want to be that asshole that everybody flips out on the store because I don't have time for that. So I'll put on my mask. You know, and it is what it is because I'm trying to think of others besides myself, you know, and you know, that's tough sometimes, you know, because I want to take care of me and fuck everybody else, but everybody's flipping out. So if 100 people are going to freak out on me while I'm in the grocery store for not wearing a mask, I'll just put the mask on, makes life go easier. But I'm at the point like, fuck it, man. If this is what's meant to kill me, guess what? This is what's going to fucking kill me. So bring it the fuck on. Other than that, I'm living my life, man. I'm not putting up with the bullshit anymore. Like I said, I'm working. I'm doing stuff. You know, I'm going out and playing fucking sports like disc golf at parks where I'm not supposed to. I don't give a fuck, man. Arrest me for throwing a frisbee, motherfucker. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time with that, man. I'm gonna hook them up with my fucking relatives or attorneys, you know, from Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, you know, fucking that kind of fucking shyster. Those are my guys, and fucking they don't fucking lose. So I want to just get back to it, man. Now we're gonna touch. We've been on for an hour, so we're gonna touch on this before. I know you guys got lives. UFC 249 is coming up. Let me put this up here on the screen. So these are the fights. We're going to just run by them real quick. Give me your picks. We're going to start at the bottom. Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie, versus Carla Esparza, the wrestling Wonder Woman. True wrestler at heart. That's what she did coming up to get to the UFC. Esparza and Waterson. I'll start on this one. I think Esparza is going to really fucking put the wrestling on her, and she's going to grind her, and she's going to ground and pound. She's going to finish Waterson end of round 2. So I'm taking Esparza. Mike, who you got?
I got Waterson. I think she's got solid enough takedown defense, and I think she's pretty slick on the ground as well. So I think she takes it. I don't think there's going to be a finish, but I think it will go decision for Waterson.
Okay. And Mr. Tyler Diamond, who you got in this one?
I can't go against the wrestler, right? I think Esparza a decision.
I like it. The next fight, you guys are both familiar with this kid, Bryce Mitchell taking on Charles Rosa. You know, 2 kids. You know, one's from Boston area, tough, ornery son of a bitch, doesn't fucking quit. And then you got this kid from fucking Arkansas, and they're the same guy. They're just from different geographical locations. They really are the same kind of fighter. So this was a tough one. I had to do this last night, and I made my pick. I flipped the coin because it's going to be a close fight. But I'm taking Rosa to win this one.
I'm going to go Bryce. I think he pulls this one out. I think the dude has got a lot of heart, and I like the dude. So I'm going to go with Bryce. And plus, Rosa fought one of my teammates, so I'm not going to root for him.
I'm not asking you to root for him. I'm asking you to pick, you know, legitimately in your head who's the winner. I mean,
yeah, I think Bryce wins it. I mean, I think it's a pretty solid matchup, but I think Bryce pulls it out.
Tyler?
Yeah, could be fight of the night. Similar styles, both tough and scrappy, but I got the slight edge to Bryce.
And you're going with your tough alum. I like that. You're staying with your tough guys.
Well, he beat me too, so I got to go for him. I mean, shit.
No, at that point, you know, you want him to lose. Fucking, you beat me, you son of a bitch. Lose now. Nico Price versus Vicente Luque. This is the second time they're fighting. Luque got the first win. Price is on a tear. He can do some just crazy things, man. And I think we're in the era of Nico Price right now where he's going to really make a run. So I'm taking Nico in this one.
I'm going to have to go with Luque. Dude is very, very good. He's so technically sound. I just don't see Nico. Nico Price is very wild. He could bring the fight anywhere, but I just think Luque's just got that edge.
And Mr. Diamond.
Yeah, I think Luque as well.
Oh, man. Guys are picking against Nico Price, man. I don't know if Luque is going to be mentally clear after taking that loss to Stephen Thompson. He kind of got his ass kicked right there, and I want to see it. We'll see him. We'll see who he is bouncing back from that fight because that was a fucking rough one to lose.
You got a point.
Yeah. Pettis and Cerrone 2. I'm taking Anthony Pettis. After Cerrone got beat up by McGregor and then coming out the other day and saying 2 days before this fight, I just decided I didn't want to be there. What's to stop him from doing that again? And I love Donald Cerrone. I respect the fuck out of him. First ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. but I think he might be done, like mentally. I don't know if he's gonna. He said Donald showed up for that fight, not the Cowboy, and I have a feeling we're gonna see more Donald now as the father and everything, and him now is really he's in love with the son the way he should be, and I just think it's more important to him there. So I think he's gonna get in his own head, and Pettis is gonna beat his ass.
I mean, I think Cerrone comes back. He might have felt that way for that fight, but he's the kind of guy. I mean, he came out the other day, said he'd fight all 3 times in this week. So
sure, because that's about a paycheck.
Yeah, but I still think he's always down for a fight. He's always ready to scrap, and yeah, you could flip a coin, see who shows up. But I think he takes this one.
Tyler?
I think Cerrone is more of a dog. Like, if he's losing, he has more of a chance to win. Pettis fades if he's getting beat. But I don't know if I'm curious to see how Cerrone responds. He usually responds really well off of a loss. But my feeling is Pettis. But I'm also the worst fight pick guy ever. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be wrong on all these.
Well, then don't pick the same ones I'm picking. All right. The next one, I am in love with this fight. It's for the Bantamweight Championship of the World. The return of the Dominator, Dominic Cruz, taking on Henry Cringeworthy Cejudo. Fighter, he can fight his ass off. Just stop doing the media stuff, dude. Just cut it out already. You're worse than Colby Covington, and that's saying something. So I'm taking Cruz. I love the way he fights. I think his footwork is going to be too much trouble for fucking Henry, who he can fight. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he's champ. But I just feel that his ability to defend against that crazy footwork that Dominic Cruz brings isn't going to be where he wants it to be, and Cruz is not going to be where Cejudo expects him to be. And I think Cruz is going to win that. And I love that he doesn't believe in ring rust. He said ring rust is an excuse fighters use after they get their ass kicked. And he's never believed in it. I don't believe in it either. I believe his philosophy on that. So I'm taking Cruz to finish the fight no later than the 4th. Tyler, you go first on this one. Who you got?
I think Cejudo handles him pretty easy. As cringy as a fucker as he is, he's a super good fighter.
Sure is.
And I think Cody kind of wrote the book on how you beat Cruz. You don't chase Cruz, you have Cruz come to you. And I think Cejudo will follow the same plan and beat him pretty soundly.
Mr. Trizano.
He took the words out of my mouth. I think Cejudo takes it, and I don't think it's going to be close.
Wow, really? That's a ballsy pick right there. I like it. And last but not least, the main event of the evening. Tony El Cucuy Ferguson taking on Justin Gaethje. Gaethje's had 6 fights in the UFC. He's got 7 fucking fight of the night bonuses. Ferguson hasn't lost in like 8 years. It's going to be a crazy, insane fight. If Ferguson can withstand the first round punches and the hits, then the shots he's going to take, because that's where he always takes the most damage in that round 1. If he gets through it with Gaethje, even when Gaethje loads that big power, there's no way that Tony loses. And I love both guys. It's hard. It's like I don't want to pick against either one, but you got to pick one. I'm taking Tony. I just think this is his time. And then after he beats Justin, he's going to take fucking Khabib, and he's going to put him to bed too. I said it.
I'll tell you what, I have to agree with you. I think Ferguson's going to win. But I think this is a very risky matchup for Ferguson because he's about to become the champ of interim titles.
First one ever.
So I just don't think – I mean, I know he doesn't want to wait to fight Khabib, but I just think taking a fight against Gaethje is just so unpredictable because Gaethje is like the type of fighter that'll give Ferguson a hard time because he doesn't care. He's going to come forward and eat all Tony's elbows and crazy stuff that he's going to throw at him. And unless he gets knocked out, which is going to be the only way to stop him, I just think it's risky for him. But I think Tony takes it because he's crazy. So,
I mean, the dude cut weight for a fight that didn't happen. And some people laughed about it, but man, there's something to be said for that kind of dedication and fucking the character that it takes to fucking go through that, knowing that he's going to do it again in 2 weeks. So I just think he's so dialed in. So Tyler, what do you got on this one?
Tony's a weirdo, but he's a gangster. He's going to survive that first round, and he's going to end up winning the fight as much as I really like Gaethje.
Yeah. Gaethje's, there's fights I always said I want to see. And, I want to see like Gaethje versus Mike Perry, because those guys are just going to go there and throw the big bombs, and whoever falls first falls. Those are the fights that just I get amped up for. So, maybe one day that one will happen. But I want to say thank you to both of you guys for taking the time. I'm glad I was able to get 2 guys from that season that liked each other. I'm surprised you guys haven't had your stepbrother moment. Did we just become best friends? Because you guys are you're so on the same page of mental and the hobbies and the hunting and everything. You guys should become best friends. And
he was on the opposite team, man.
Yeah, but that's over, man. Who gives a fuck?
Honestly, I think we had some of the most level heads on the show. Because some of these guys lost, and then they just completely were up all night drinking, and
like Julian Lane back in the day.
Yeah, man. So you got
crazy stuff.
Even though you think you put a lot of pressure on yourself, everybody had pressure, and you have every right to put a lot of pressure, because there is a lot of pressure. So no matter if you want to admit it or not, it's there. So it is what it is.
Me and Mike have always been super cool.
Yeah.
Just gosh dang, geographically we live about as far away as you can from each other.
That's for damn sure.
but no, Mike, I love keeping up with you on Instagram and Twitter and all that. So I love social media for that reason.
Yeah, 100%, man. Well, if I'm ever out in Cali, I'm coming hunting with you. So
hey, one of you guys just needs to move. And one of you guys just needs to move so you guys are in the same neighborhood. Do fight camps together, go on hunting trips together.
That's the thing, man. Jersey's home.
I'm not opposed, but man, I'm a California kid.
No, I'm trying to get Mike to move out there because the weeds are illegal. You can go hunting.
When things go well, I'll have multiple houses all over this place. So
there you go.
There you go.
Have yourself a hunting cabin. You can meet Tyler out in the fucking sticks and go fucking kill shit.
There we go.
Well, listen, you guys are definitely the top of the class from that season as far as character. Everybody in that show is, that whole season. Bryce is a cool dude, fucking Payne. Everybody there was really, it was a good crowd of guys. But you guys, like I said, when I watched the show, and Tyler, I had also picked you and Superman to be the guys to fight for the fucking finish. That's why I picked you, because it just made sense. And I had Mike picked in the final 2 to get to the final. I never got to make the pick on who was going to win that final. It was a good final matchup for Mike. So I was like, man, but but I picked my final 4 of guys that were going to get to the final, and they all didn't get there. But that's irrelevant. You guys are awesome dudes. You really have to work on becoming best friends. Don't forget I want a deer antler, with Tyler Diamond fucking, burned into it. And make sure you show it to Mike too. With Tyler Diamond burned into it, or you can put my name on it.
When you start going cross country with the meals, man, count me in.
Yeah, awesome. Listen, sure. When we get off the air, send me a message. You have a website for that and everything.
For my meal prep company?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. If anyone ever wants to check it out, it's just called Diamond Dash Meal Prep and Delivery Service. So,
okay. All right, cool. Yeah, because I'll share it. If you have a link for it, share it with me, and I'll share it on my page, and I'll put it out there for you best I can. I'm in Tampa, but there are people in California that look at my social media, I think, sometimes. So since Tyler came in first, we're gonna have Tyler dip out first. Tyler, if you want to shout out any sponsors you got, any love to family, friends, go ahead and take this moment.
Man, well, thanks for having me on, Chris. Mike, always great seeing you and talking to you, brother. Love keeping up with you. But man, dude, I got to give a shout out to my management. Got me hooked up with PFL. I'm happy to be a part of that, and I'm just super eager to get that going and start making some real money and getting some exciting fights in, and maybe trying to become the face of that organization.
That's awesome. And, before you dip, because you brought up your management, Iridium Management, Jason House, fucking aces of a human being. Did you know that Jason House's parents fostered like 28 kids when he was growing up? So they raised 28 children in their house while Jason was there as well. Isn't that fucking nuts?
That's awesome.
But I mean, it's crazy. You don't hear those stories, And
No.
I had him on my show a couple of weeks ago, and he told me that I almost cried because that's such a beautiful thing. I can't imagine how cool it was being raised in that kind of environment.
It's like a movie about it.
Yeah, there should be. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to say thank you to our first guest of the night, making his debut in the PFL in 2021 on a march to $1 million. Thanks so much to the one and only Tyler Diamond.
All right. Thanks, my brother.
Peace out,
later.
brother. Yeah, thanks for taking the time, man.
First,
whoa. Fuck, you see that? I almost forgot. Mike, do you remember what I made you do the first time you were on my show?
No,
At the end? Remember? I made you do something that, very musical. You remember?
No, I don't remember.
First time guests on my show have to sing. I almost forgot to get Tyler because Mike had to sing on the show the very first time we was on. So, Tyler, I gotta ask you to do it.
I don't remember doing that.
But you did. I'll pull the video up and show you because I have the video. I save all the videos. So I don't even care if you sing a whole song, but just give me something with a little music behind it, a little lyrical. My fans love it. It's one of their favorite segments. And so you got to sing a little something. I don't care if it's hip hop, rap, a TV show song, your favorite beer jingle. It's all good.
Amarillo by morning. That's all you need to know. Go straight, the king.
Well, you got to give us a little bit of it. Give me a little bit of Amarillo by morning. Don't just say the name of the song. Just give me a little something from it.
Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. There it is.
Wow, dude, he's got a pretty decent voice in there, Mike. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I can keep a tune, but I'm not going on American Idol or anything like that.
No, I'm not telling you to, dude. Although you can make a lot of money and not have to get punched in the face, maybe you should think about that or the voice or something. But
that would be a little better.
Dude, you carried that very well, man. Very impressed, man. So not only can
George would be proud.
He can fight, he can make food, he can hunt the food, and this dude can sing. He's a quadruple threat. Fucking that's epic.
When you listen to George Strait hundreds of thousands of times in your life, you get it. You're in tune. So
yeah, no, I guess so, man. Well, all right. So Tyler, thank you for doing that. I know I put you on the spot. I do it to everybody. I've had like 197 guests come through my studio, and nobody said no yet. So I'm glad you weren't the first.
Dang.
So we rolling. So Tyler's gonna step on out. And Mike, what about you, Mike? You got any shouts to sponsors and all those people that you want to show the love to?
Yeah, man. I have to shout out my family, friends. NutriBio is my supplement sponsor. They've been pretty clutch with all the vitamins and stuff I've been taking, just trying to stay healthy. And just miss training with my team, man. Team Tiger Showmans. And got to give a shout out to my management team, Jim Walter and Cowlick Sports. I just look forward to getting back in the grind, man. I miss it.
Yeah, and we miss seeing you guys fight.
Appreciate seeing you, man. It's good seeing you.
Great seeing you, brother.
All right, well, gentlemen, I'm going to send you both down the big way. First, we already said goodbye to Tom. We're going to say goodbye to our other guest. He is your TUF 27 lightweight champion, Mike the Lone Wolf Trizano. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. Absolutely epic, man. This is one of my favorite interviews I've ever done when I've done a double because the two guys know each other and they got along. And it was like talking to the same guy, but, different haircut. And so
same
that's it, man. Well, listen, you guys, thanks so much for being on. I'm going to fade you guys out. Again, appreciate you guys. Always honored to talk to guys like you. And, you guys this is my grind. So you guys, help me put my grind on it, put my shit out there. So I appreciate it more than words will say. So anytime you guys want to come on, you're always welcome. Great song there by Tyler. Mike, always good to see you, man. And hit us up when you get a fight announcement, man. And when you get a fight announcement, we'll come back on. We'll bring Tyler on, and I'll have him break down your fight before it happens.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
All right, man. I love it. You guys be good, man. Talk to you soon.
All right, have a good one.
All right,
take it easy.
Guys, man, that was an epic show tonight, man. I love those guys, man. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. I am so happy that we did that tonight. But, guys, we're going to dip on out of here, man. So I just want to say thanks for tuning in tonight, man. We appreciate it very much, man. Hope you like the new little effects we're doing here in the studio, man. We're going to get all the buzz worked out. But thanks for tuning in tonight for Game Time with Christopher James. We'll see you again this weekend. We got a couple of guests maybe we'll get on. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you soon, man. Peace. We out of here.